What's up again, everybody? We've had a deluge of information from Monarch Unlimited and some pretty interesting kind of developments with what they've done with this set compared to the first edition stuff. So let's go ahead and dive into it. I'm going to try to put this on the screen. Hopefully I have this set up correctly. If I don't have it set up correctly, then I will just cut this part out completely and you'll never know it existed. It'll be amazing. It's like magic. Okay, so first thing first, and I should probably just lead with this. I'll just kind of scroll this over. Hold on. There you go, Chain. Sorry you're covered up. I just want to point out that if you're not sure, Monarch Unlimited is releasing right here. Monarch Unlimited Europe and North America release date is June 4th. And the APAC release date is June 11th. Now, it's interesting to note, and some of the things that we're going to talk about here in a second, we do know because of one very specific thing that happened. Monarch First Edition was actually delayed to New Zealand. So New Zealand had a delayed Monarch First Edition kind of arrival. In fact, I'm not even sure if it's there yet anyway. So instead of getting Monarch First Edition, what they did is they shipped out Monarch Unlimited, which they apparently had on hand, and they just used that for all of their pre-release stuff, for all of their events and that sort of thing. So Monarch Unlimited has been opened, I don't want to say extensively, but it's been opened over in New Zealand to a decent degree, and it's allowed us to see a couple of very interesting things that Legend Story Studios has chosen to do with the unlimited printing of a set. Some things we've not really ever seen before, and some things I'm quite frankly very, very excited for. One of those things is this, and this is one of their announcements on their webpage. You can actually go and see this on their webpage. What they're doing with Unlimited is they're giving a gift with purchase, essentially. Think of it like a box topper, if you will, or like a buy a box promo, that sort of thing. If you buy an unlimited box from an LGS that gets these promo cards, you're going to get a rainbow foil hero, which is really cool. Now, I'm not sure because I actually don't have any of my Blitz decks yet, the ones that are like pre-con Blitz decks. I'm waiting for technically like this Friday, I think, is the release date for those Blitz decks here in the US because of the 1 week delay. For those of you that got it through like Channel Fireball or anything, I'm curious, did you get a foil hero? Was it a young foil hero? I'd imagine it would be a young foil hero now that I'm saying that out loud. These appear to be that they're going to be the adult versions of these heroes, and they're going to be rainbow foil as well. So I'm not sure if you're actually going to be able to get these outside of the buy a box promo, whatever you want to call it. But the fact that they're doing this with Unlimited is really cool because this is usually what we see with first edition products. In the past, they've done rainbow foil versions of young heroes as first edition box toppers or whatever buy a box promos, and now we're seeing it with Unlimited, which is really, really cool. I think this, coupled with the fact that Unlimited is literally following right on the heels of first edition, is a really cool way to get people to buy into Unlimited, get excited about Unlimited. Also, on top of the fact that they're going to be having access to affordable, tons of cards compared to the first edition. So I think this is a cool way for them to give out promos and to kind of get interest in the Unlimited product run, which of course they are going to print to the ground, which they should, and hopefully they continue to do. Okay, this next thing is not necessarily a like a news article or a spoiler, something like really fascinating we got to talk about. I just want to point out the fact that this rainbow foil version of the library of Solana looks so freaking fantastic. I don't know why, but this to me looks better than the cold foil. Now here's the thing too, I've never held the cold foil in my hands. I am not lucky enough to say that I've opened the cold foil great library of Solana myself. I've only ever seen them in photos and in videos of other people opening the card. And in those, it looks nice. It looks better out of the sleeve, of course, but clearly you sleeve it up and put it in some sort of hyperbolic time chamber so it never ages or takes damage. But holy crap, this looks super good. I like the way that the rainbow foil looks almost better. I don't know if maybe it's the picture, and I do want to give credit where credit is due. I got this picture off of the the Facebook page, the Flesh and Blood fan page. So credit to the Flesh and Blood fan page and the people that posted it there and have been reposting it ever since. It looks so good though. Okay, now on to the thing that is really kind of exciting and kind of blowing my mind, and one that I did not expect them to do this at all. Okay, so here you have a side-by-side comparison of the same card across two different editions. The left is Blood Tribute, the first edition card. I think it's a fantastic piece of art. I actually this is like one of my favorite arts in the set. I think it's really evocative, like just it's beautiful in the creepiest of ways, and it's just a fantastic card overall. It took me a long time to realize that, you know, the person that's doing the Blood Tribute, it looks like they're wearing like this weird crown with like a circlet thing on top. I thought that was just like wild tufts of hair, but then you compare it to the card on the right, which is the Unlimited edition of the same exact card. It's functionally identical, except they've changed the art. And that is absolutely mind-blowing, because what it means is that Legend Story Studios is open and willing to completely change certain cards in the print run, you know, from first edition to Unlimited. And yes, this is just the art, but they could functionally change like the bordering as well. They're not going to change, I don't think they're never going to change how the card functions, like by playing. They're never going to make this cost 1. They're never going to change it from an instant to an action, but they could change little things here and there to add collectability, to add interest. The fact that they've changed the art means that, oh, maybe you actually prefer the first edition art. Maybe you should go pick up the first edition. And this is a common, so it's like, okay, maybe I'll spend $1.50 for 3, you know, Blood Tributes versus like, you know, 10 cents for, you know, 3 Unlimited Blood Tributes. Maybe you prefer the art of the Unlimited, and maybe you're just like, okay, sweet, I'm just gonna run the Unlimited all the time. That is really cool. That's a really interesting way to, again, draw attention and draw excitement to opening the Unlimited set. I think this is a fantastic change, or just like tweak, and I could really see them doing some crazy stuff with this, kind of alongside of this. Oh, this is also a great time to point out the very important functionality difference in the rarity symbol. So down in the bottom left of both cards, you can see the little like gray circle, and inside that gray circle there's a C. And on the one on the left, on Blood Tribute on the left, there's a white C with the gray circle. And on the one on the right, it's like an outlined circle, outlined in gray. It's a black circle outlined in gray with a gray C in the center. That is how we're going to tell the difference between a card printed in the Unlimited set versus the first edition set. The card on the left, the first edition card, is going to have a filled in circle, as if you're bubbling it for like a Scantron old school test style. Sorry, I've been doing star tests at work, and so it's like I can't think of anything but star tests. Anyway, and the one on the right is an unanswered answer document. That's all I'm gonna say. I can't help it. But that's like the unbubbled in one, and honestly, I think that's a fantastic way to delineate the two differences, like which set it's from. Honestly, I think that it's like cleaner looking for the Unlimited version. I think that just looks like really, really clean. I think that's why we have the like circle R, you know, or like the TM. Sometimes they put the TM in the circle as well. I think that just looks cleaner. I'm a fan of it. I'm like here for it. That looks really, really nice. And it's a cool way to, at a glance, see, oh, this is an Unlimited card. The circle's not filled in. Oh, this is first edition. The circle is filled in. So that's going to be the way. Now, we all assumed that they were just going to put like a U in the like in the print run set thing, right? We all just thought, yeah, they're just gonna put a U there. And I even said that. I thought that's what they were gonna do. Turns out, no, they're not gonna do that. They're literally just going to give us a graphical representation of what's set, and I think it looks great. And before I forget, one of the other big things, and this is important for understanding why first edition is going to continue to hold value and appreciate in value, is that it's appearing that we're not getting certain specialty kind of cards that we see in first edition Monarch. For example, extended art Majestics. There's Lumina Ascension. and then there's Mark of the Beast, and then Herald of Erudition. Those are all, they have extended art variants of them where the text box is like kind of, what's the best way to say it? They took and they turned the opacity down on the text box background. That's literally what they did. If you wanted to know, that's how they did the effect. They are not printing those, it appears, in unlimited versions, in unlimited print runs of the same set. So Monarch Unlimited, you'll not find those extended art. And what does this mean? It just means that your first edition Monarch boxes are going to hold more value in the long term. Now, I'm not a financial channel. I'm not telling you one way or another, and you can take my financial advice, you know, with a grain of salt. There's people that do that far better than I do and spend a lot more time thinking about that than I do. I've been following it since the game kind of released because I always find that stuff fascinating and I like doing my own research. And what I would say, what I would surmise in my, you know, I'm super smart about this. What I would say is that because we're getting all of these flashy, like, alternate art cards, extended art cards, cold foil cards, all of those things are giving the collector what they want. And if a collector sees this set as valuable because you can hit this card and this card and this card and this card, then over the long term, those first edition boxes will continue to increase in value. Am I saying it's going to be more expensive as a first edition Monarch box compared to previous sets? No, and I don't think that's going to be the case. But what I am saying is that when you're looking at this like long term, there's going to be a lot of reasons to hold on to or to go out and find, if you're a collector, to find one of these boxes, because you could get an extended art and you can't get that, it appears, in the unlimited set. So that is an important kind of thing to note about the unlimited versus the first edition Monarch product. So that's what I got for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something today. I hope you're excited to buy a whole bunch of unlimited product. I am still trying to decide if I'm going to open another case of Monarch first edition. I think the only reason I would do it would be to try and get some more cold foil legendaries, just because they're so pretty. They're so good looking. I'm never just gonna randomly open that one box and get a cold foil Fable, so I'm not even counting on that. Do I want cold foil legendaries? I don't know. Let me know in a comment below. Also, thank you so much for making that number bigger. I appreciate you very much. And for all the people that joined on Patreon as well, you're like the best people. You like, straight up, you're the best people ever for joining on Patreon. Okay, that's enough of me talking. See you later. Bye. I appreciate you for watching the video.